Thank you. Section 412 is relative to repealing eligibility restrictions on subsidies. As everyone who's looked at the healthcare exchanges set up under the Affordable Care Act, many people are eligible for subsidies if they earn between 100% and 400% of the poverty line, unless you have job-based coverage. If your employer offers you a healthcare plan, and as long as it's affordable and meets minimum standards, you are ineligible for subsidies. And most job-based plans meet those standards. So if your employer offers you insurance, even if you don't take it, and even if you would prefer to buy a plan on the exchange, again, for some of the reasons that we talked about for the public option, so that it would be portable should you change employers, you wouldn't be able to qualify for subsidies just because you had an employer-based plan available to you. So Section 412 would repeal those eligibility restrictions so that whether or not a person had an offer for insurance from an employer, they could still be eligible for a subsidy on the exchanges as long as they're qualified in general. You know, there's a number of I've heard a number of stories of people who, because an offer of health insurance was made available to them, you know, it ended up, we've sort of created a disincentive here, right? Is if you are getting if you're getting help to buy your insurance, and then you get a job and your job offers you these same benefits and you lose that subsidy, then you know that can be a really high marginal tax rate that you're suddenly getting hit with. And so we've created a disincentive for people to seek jobs with health insurance if they're going to lose their subsidies. And so by getting rid of those eligibility restrictions, and just by setting a level playing field, anyone in certain income brackets is eligible to qualify. We can advance that we offer health insurance in this country by repealing that restriction. So that's what this section does, and I think that concludes my testimony, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Yeah, sounds a lot like shifting from unemployment insurance to unconditional basic income. And in a sort of, it's still not free healthcare, but it's you're no longer putting that, you don't have that condition on there anymore that ends up disincentivizing work. You get the option to get the option for a public option becomes a right rather than a privilege.
Yeah, part of this is sort of a mindset of scarcity that we have in a lot of America policy, that there's not enough to go around, so we've got to make it difficult. We've got to put obstacles in place. We've got to before letting people have access to these things. And in the 21st century, we can shift to a mindset of abundance and say there is enough for everybody. Let's encourage people to do the things that will improve us as a society, that will promote the general welfare and the health, happiness, and prosperity of all of us. And so, yes, by getting rid of this bureaucratic roadblock, we can do that.